Today, we're talking about how to actually get value from conferences instead of collecting a bunch of business cards that end up going through the wash. Yes, I've done that many times. I love conferences. It sounds weird coming from someone who is more introverted like me, but I attended upwards of 15 a year in my pre-pandemic life. And now after building multiple CRMs and coaching thousands of professionals on relationship building, I've learned that most people completely miss the opportunity of conferences because they just don't have a strategy. Let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, I attended a business conference in Vegas. I was doing what most people do, wandering around, having scattered conversations, collecting business cards. I came home with, 40 or 50 business cards, full of excitement about these great connections I made. And guess what? Nothing happened with them. They sat in a neat little pile on my desk until, I eventually tossed them when cleaning my office years later. Complete waste of time. Nowadays, I have a completely different approach to conferences that have really moved the needle for me. And it breaks down into 3 simple phases: before, during, and after. So let's break it down. Before the conference, there are 3 things you need to prepare. First, your introduction. Clay Hebert talks about the perfect introduction, which isn't, by the way, "Hi, I'm Zvi. I run a CRM company." That's boring. Instead, make it interesting and memorable. Try something like, "I help professionals build relationships that actually matter," instead of collecting business cards that end up in the laundry. See the difference? Aren't you more intrigued by that than, okay, this person has a product? Second, set your intentions. What are you hoping to get out of this conference? Now, I know that seemed obvious, but actually sit down and write down and think about it. Are you looking to meet potential clients? Find a mentor? What do they look like? Learn about a specific topic. Write that topic down. Be clear about your goals. Third, and this is a big one, a hard one, I know, pre-book meetings. This is huge. Most people wait until they're at the conference to figure out who they want to meet. By then, a lot of people's calendar is full. Reach out to people you want to meet with at least maybe 2 weeks before and schedule coffee meetings. Better yet, actually, there's a pro move. Make a dinner reservation at a nearby restaurant. Find another attendee to co-host a dinner with. This strategy alone has generated more business for me than anything else I've done at conferences. Number 2, during the conference. Here's what might surprise you. Don't worry about updating your CRM, sending emails, or any of that stuff. Yes, I know, that's me, the founder of a CRM company, telling you not to use your CRM during a conference. I'm not losing my mind here, or at least not on this one. The truth is, your focus should be on being as present as possible. Trying to do too much will burn you out by day 2. I think about just scribbling stream of consciousness notes in a notepad. Met Sarah, works in fintech, golden retriever named Kevin, treats like her child. That's enough. One more tip, by the way. Conferences are like down escalators. It's easy to step on, but getting back on is hard. What I mean by this is if there's someone you really want to meet, don't hesitate. Walk right up and introduce yourself. The worst they can say is they're busy. The best, you make a connection that changes your business. Remember, people are there to be at conferences to meet others. After the conference, now this is where the magic happens. Most people do nothing. Zero, zilch. They start Monday morning going to their normal routine and all that potential value evaporates. So here's what you should do instead. Before the conference, I want you to block off half a day. Yes, a full half day after the conference for follow-ups. Create a simple spreadsheet with 4 columns. And by the way, you can actually even start this on the airplane ride back. Column 1, who did I meet? Column 2, their contact information. Number 3, notes about them. Number 4, next step. Then go through your notes, fill this just out for every person you met. And I mean everyone, even if you think there's no immediate value. Stream of consciousness is just get everything out there. Remember, you're building a network here, not just fishing for immediate transactions. Then process it. Once you filled out that spreadsheet, send those follow-ups, connect online, add them to your CRM. The key, I think, is to do this within 48 hours of you getting home after the conference ending. After that, listen, your chances of getting swept up in your day-to-day increase, and your chances, therefore, of meaningful follow-up drop dramatically. It's honestly like seeing a $100 bill on the ground and saying, oh yeah, I'll pick that up next week. And by the way, if you need it, here's just like a very simple follow-up message, right? Hey, Bob, great chatting about your CTO challenges at the conference. I'm sending over that article about engineering team culture we discussed. I'd love to grab virtual coffee in the next few weeks to continue the conversation. The most important thing to remember is that conferences aren't about the event itself. They're about what happens after the event. It's like gardening. At the event, you are planting seeds. But if you really want to reap the rewards, right? The beautiful flowers or the vegetables, or from my space, like huge amount of jalapeno peppers, it takes constant watering and tending after those seeds have been planted. So to recap, before the conference, prepare your introduction, set intentions, and pre-book meetings. During, be present, take simple notes, don't worry about immediate processing. Afterwards, block time for follow-up, organize your contacts, and take action. And one last point, by the way, too. In the after segment, there's always people that I come away from a conference with wanting to have met, but either I couldn't find them or they're busy, schedules didn't work out. So I oftentimes will just reach out directly after a conference saying, hey, I know we were both there, didn't get a chance to meet with you. We'll love to have a virtual coffee afterwards. And people do often respond. Try this approach at your next conference, and I promise you will see dramatically better results. If you do end up with business cards in the washing machine, at least you'll have clean contacts. That was terrible. I know. I'm sorry. I want to try it. Thanks for watching, and I'd love to hear how this works for you at your next conference.